Hello friends, welcome to BScAgriculture. If you are coming to my channel for the first time, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's move to the video. In this video, we are going to see about entomology's crop-wise pest classification, and then I am going to cover the topic of pest of green manures in this lecture, as well as the pest of forage crops. So the green manures are Sesbania and Sunham, and the forage examples are lucerne and subabul. So let's move to the video. So the first one we are going to see is Sesbania, and then Sesbania we are going to see about the first one is Borus. So first one, wait a minute. So we can first see about the Sesbania stem borer. So where the scientific name is Azygophilus scalaris, and the family is Causidae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So while seeing about these characteristics, the larva is said to be a damaging part where it used to feeds on the stems and by boring a hole and feeds the inner part of the stem, and which used to also cover the opening part of the bored holes with the fecal matter, so which used to be accumulated in the entrance hole, and it also leads to the drying of Sesbania plant. And so while seeing about the ramification, egg which is said to be laid in mosses, which is said to be placed at the leaflets, and the larva which is said to be robust of 7 cm, and which is used to be light brown in color with reddish brown color head, and the pupa which is said to be a spinous one, and it used to have anterior spine. So while seeing about its Sesbania stem borer characteristics, it used to have a characteristics of movements. So the Sesbania, by using its spines even inside the pupa in the unmovable state, it used to move even in the pupal stage. So these spines are used for the locomotion of the pupa of the Sesbania stem borer. And while seeing about the adult, which is said to be sluggish yellowish brown moth, it is the picture given in this one, and it is a clear picture of the stem borer, Sesbania stem borer. And next, the management practices we can able to move for Sesbania stem borer. Or the first biological practice is extraction of neem seed kernel extract at 5%, or neem oil at 0.2%, along with 1 gram of khadi soap per liter of oil can be shown, as well as sprayed at the early stage of the crop is an effective measure. But even if the pest is not controlled, we must need to go for the application of carbofuran 3G at 1.5 kilogram per hectare, and along with the 3 parts of sand on 20th and 50th days is the respectively day after sowing Sesbania seeds is an effective one. And after sowing of this carbofuran, we must not pick the leaves for 40 days over the granular application is given. So it must be followed for the crop plant to not get dehydrated. And the next one is stem weevil. The scientific name is Alcidos bubo, and the family is Curculiundae, and the order is Coleoptera. So it's defined symptom is which we can able to see the plant which used to have terminal branches of drying, or the whole plant used to dry because of this stem weevil. So it used to mainly affect during the monsoon season, and numerous boreholes can be found in the dried up or lodged plant. So once we open up the whole plant, we can able to see the presence of adobus grub inside the crop, and the nature of damage is where the grub used to riddle into the stem and causes thickening as well as bulging, or also the swallowing or holes in the stem. So these are the types of damage which used to crossed by stem weevil. And the growth and vigor of the plant are said to be impacted to a greater extent if there is several cases. So while seeing about the ramification, where the egg is said to be laid on the stem, and the grub which is a adopus whitish grub, you can able to see that in the picture, and the adult one which is a reddish brown weevil, but it used to have whitish patches, which is a transverse elite marking on the elytra of this weevil. And the next one is leaf feeders of the green manures. So while seeing about the leaf feeders, so the first one we are going to see is a green Semiloper, where the scientific name is Perichyma glaucanensis, and the family is Noctidae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So the nature of damage is defoliation. So the defoliation seems like the cater used to be feeds on the leaflets, and the remaining only the along with the ribs of the leaves is said to be found in the affected crops, and the larva which is said to be pale green color with semiloper, and there is also a brown broad yellow lateral stripes are present in the lateral lines, and the adult which is said to be a dark brown with black lines. You can able to see that in the picture. And the second one is green looper. So the scientific name is Semiothesia purpurgata, and the family is Geometridae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So it is also used to cause defoliation. And while seeing about the larval characteristics, it is said to be a green looper with white lights, and a fully grown larva which used to have pinkish white color horizontal bands of violet patches, and at the dorsally at the abdominal stage you can able to clearly see that in the picture. And the pupa is an uptake pupa which used to pupates in the soil, and the adult which is to be a white color adult which is used to have 3 dark lines and literally some black spots on the wings surface. And the next one is brown looper, where the scientific name is Hypocidra successoria, and the family is Geometridae, and the order is Lepidoptera. And while seeing about its classification, the egg is to be deposited in clusters at any parts of the plant, and the larva which is said to be reddish brown in color with some little black brown spots even in the wings, and in even some there are some lightish white spots. And the pupa which is said to be an uptake pupa and pupates in the soil, and adult which is said to be reddish in color and with faint lines are said to be present in the brown looper. And the next one is leaf webber, where the scientific name is Striglina cycateria, and the family is Thyridae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So the symptom of damage is webbing of terminal leaves in the conical structures, and you can once we open up these conical structure we can able to see the presence of larva or pupa inside them. And while seeing about the identification, the egg which is said to be laid in groups in the row of 2 to 4 at the edges of the leaflets, and the larva which is said to be greenish caterpillar with a black head. You can able to observe that in the picture. And the larval body is said to be a transverse greenish color with literally some black spots present in them. And the pupa which is said to be pupates which is said to be at the leaf website inside it, and the adult which is said to be lightish brown with oblique lines on wings. And the next one we are going to see is pirate butterfly, where the scientific name is Euroma hecaba, and where contubernalis lineus. So L is used to be the scientist name who used to name this pirate butterfly, and the family is Piridae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So the symptom of damage is defoliation. And while seeing about the identification characteristics, egg which is to be white is spindle shaped egg which is to be laid singly on the leaves, and the larva which is to be a greenish caterpillar with white lateral markings, and the pupa which is an chrysalis pupa attached to the stem with a griddle, and the adult which is to be yellow colored butterfly with black margins is the characteristic nature of pirate butterfly, and it is a group of pirate butterflies. And the next one is molten emigrant. So the pirate butterfly and molten emigrant which used to comes under the same family Piridae, and the molten emigrant scientific name is Catopsila pyranthiae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So the major symptom of damage is defoliation. So while seeing about the larva which is said to be greenish caterpillar with lateral yellow markings and black dots, and the adult which is said to be a male with chalky white color and the greenish terminal with a terminal black border, and the female is which used to have black marking broader than in male. So you can able to observe that in the picture there are around said to be 3 males and 1 female which used to have black markings in the border region. And some other pest we can able to see in green menus or Spodoptera litura as well as Daschera mendoza. If you want to see that, you can able to see the before lectures where I have explained it in detailed ones, but it is to be a minor pest in green menus. And the next is Semiloper, where the scientific name is Gramodus stolidon, and where the family is Noctidae and the order is Lepidoptera. So the symptom of damage is defoliation, and the larva, which is said to be velvety black larva with a row of red spots. So you can able to see that in the picture where there is a velvety black color larva which used to have a patch of red spots present in them, and the adult, which is said to be a large black patched moth in the where the forewing is said to be covered with fully of black patches except in the wing wing basal as well as coastal and outer areas. The black patches said to be present, and the hind wings are said to be medially pale banded. And some other sap feeders in green menus are Coptosoma, Cribaria, Riptorsus, Pedestris, Clavigerla, Hornus, Clavigerla, Gibbosa, Apis carnivora are some of the sap feeders which are present in the green menus. And now we are going to see the Indian tiger moth, which is a hairy caterpillar. So where scientific name is Euthesia punchinella, and the order is Orchidae, and the order family is Orchidae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So major symptom of damage is defoliation, and while seeing about the nature, it used to feed on the leaves and also causes several damage by feeding on the contented developing pods. So it cannot able to destroy the fully developed pod, but in the early stage of the development of the pods, it used to destroy by cracking or eating some parts of the pods. And the larva, which is said to be a hairy caterpillar with a brown head, and it used to have lots of yellow lines, and it is said to be a colorful larva present in the insects, where you can able to see black stripes and orange patches present in them, and the body has a long brownish hairs arising on warts, and the pupa, which is said to be pupates in the soil, and the adult, which is said to be red and black spot on the white wings. And the management is set up of light traps to monitor the pest and also assess the damage to and kill them, and spraying Phenethion 100 EC at 1 ml or Monocrotopus 36 WSC at 2 ml per liter of water to reduce the infestation is an effective one. And the next one is hairy caterpillar type, and where the scientific name is Argina cribarnia, and it is a lin, where the lin means Linnaeus, and Argina syringa, and the family is Hispidae, and the order is Lepidoptera. So while it is also used to cause defoliation in the plants, and the egg, which is to be yellowish egg with a large laid in clusters, and also the undersurface of the leaves, and the larva, which is said to be a hairy caterpillar with blank transverse marking and white spots, and the pupa, which is said to be pupates on the plant and also on the surface of the soil. So the adult, while seeing about the adult characteristics, the first one is Argina criberia, which used to have black spots on the yellowish wings. So where I have placed the picture in the top corner, and the second one is Argina syringa, where it used to have black spots on the reddish brown wings. So you can able to see that in the below one. So it is the major classification in with the two species of hairy caterpillar. And the next one is flea beetle, where the scientific name is Longitarsus belgo. Wait a minute. Belgomensis, and Arctidae Coleoptera. So the damage is adult makes minute holes on the leaves and grubs, and also leaves feeds on the root by mining, and which is said to be laid in soil, and grub, which is said to be yellowish grub, and pupates on the earthen cells in soil, and adult, which is said to be yellowish brown small beetle with the enlarged hind femur, is said to be the flea beetle's nature. And the next one is Sunheb mirrid, and where the scientific name is Aragmus importunalis, and the family is Miridae, and the order is Hemiptera. So the major symptom of damage is minute chlorotic spots later, where it used to cause yellowing of the leaves, and the nature of damage is nymph and adult used to suck the sap from the tender leaves and shoots, and also causes yellowing of leaves in several attacks, and the death of plants is the major nature of damage. And egg, which is to be laid singly in the plant tissue, and adult, which is to be a greenish bug. So it is the picture of Sunheb mirrid, and some other stem borers in Sunheb or Enarmona, tricentra, So this family is Eucosmidae and Lepidoptera, and Atilla zincitella is one of the sap feeders which is present in them, and some other pest of forage crops. So we must need to remember that the pest of forage crops as well as green menus are most literally same. So only some of the different pest I have spotted in this forage crops. So the pest which was present in green menus also present in forage crops. So please remember that and follow the before green menus for as per for the same forage crops. So the first one we are going to see is spotted alfalfa aphid, and where the scientific name is Aphid maculata, and the family is Aphididae, and the order is Hemiptera. So the major symptom of damage where the nymph and adult used to suck the plant, and so where it used to causes yellowing in the plants, and the adult which is to be yellow colored aphid with serious spots. You can able to see that in the picture. And loose and weevil where the hypera variabilis, and the family is Curculiundae, and the order is Coleoptera. So the major symptom of damage is irregular boreholes present in the crop, and which used to affect the remaining plants will get stunted. And the nature of damage is grub and adult causes both the irregular boreholes in the plant. And the next one is subabul jumping lice, where the scientific name is Heteropsila cubans, and the family is Psyllidae, and the order is Hemiptera. So the major symptom of damage is wilting of growing plant, and also used to show dieback symptom, and where the plant cannot be able to move for a new growth. And there is also a honeydew secretion which leads to the secondary infection of sooty mouth development in the plant is a major damage caused by sowable jumping lice. Nymph and adult both used to cause damage. So the nymph which is to be minute yellow in color, and the adult which is to be a pale greenish color. So I have given the picture of nymph in the sowable jumping lice. So I have given the lecture notes in the description. So comment about the video and join us in the Instagram page. If you like the video, like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to BScAgriculture and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. So thanks for watching the video. I will catch you up in next videos.